What if the most iconic muscle car in America suddenly turned into a pickup truck without losing an ounce of its Mustang soul? The 2026 Ford Mustang Pickup isn't just a bold experiment, it's a full-blown revolution that blends V8 muscle with next-gen tech and everyday utility. Imagine the roar of a Mustang, but now with a truck bed and off-road power to match. Could this be the future of American performance, or the wildest gamble Ford's ever made? Let's find out. When you think of the Mustang, you think of raw power, rear-wheel drive, and that unmistakable growl that's defined American muscle for nearly 6 decades. But Ford just did something no one saw coming. They turned their legendary coupe into a pickup truck. The 2026 Ford Mustang Pickup isn't just another experiment. It's a statement of how far performance and practicality can merge in one bold creation. Built on Ford's evolving performance platform, this new Mustang brings the heritage of Detroit muscle into a whole new era, one that doesn't settle for tradition but reinvents it. Designed to attract both die-hard enthusiasts and new buyers who want something thrilling yet functional. It aims to shake up not just the sports car segment, but the entire mid-size truck market. And here's where things get really interesting. Ford claims this isn't just a rebadged F-150 or a gimmick with a Mustang badge. They're promising authentic Mustang DNA, backed by a V8 heart and cutting-edge driver tech. But does it really live up to the hype, or is this just clever marketing wrapped in a familiar name? Let's dive in and see if Ford truly pulled off the impossible. From the very first glance, the 2026 Ford Mustang Pickup doesn't try to hide what it is: bold, muscular, and unmistakably American. It's got that wide, aggressive Mustang front fascia, complete with the signature tri-bar LED headlights and sculpted hood lines that make it look ready to pounce. But now, the stance is taller, the body more athletic, and the proportions stretched just enough to fit a practical yet performance-ready truck bed. It's like the Mustang, you know, just wearing hiking boots. Step inside, and Ford makes sure you feel that blend of heritage and innovation. The cockpit still carries the fighter jet-inspired layout from the current Mustang, but it's been elevated with more space, higher seating, and tech that feels a step ahead. A massive 13.2-inch curved touchscreen dominates the center, running Ford's latest SYNC5 interface, quick, intuitive, and loaded with voice controls. The digital gauge cluster can transform its layout based on drive mode, whether you're cruising downtown or tearing up a mountain road. But let's talk power, because what's a Mustang without muscle? Under the hood, you'll find Ford's 5.0-liter Coyote V8, tuned to push out a staggering 480 horsepower. That's more than enough to make this truck the loudest thing at any stoplight. But for those looking for a balance between thrill and efficiency, Ford also offers a turbocharged EcoBoost V6 option with mild hybrid assistance, designed to deliver punchy acceleration with better fuel economy. Either way, the sound alone is enough to make your pulse jump. Now here's where things get really interesting. Ford's engineers didn't just bolt a bed onto a Mustang frame. They reworked the chassis with reinforced rear suspension, adaptive dampers, and optional all-wheel drive. The result? A vehicle that handles like a sports coupe on the road, but can still tackle a dirt trail or haul a weekend's worth of gear without breaking a sweat. Imagine doing 0 to 60 in under 4.5 seconds, while carrying your mountain bike in the back. Of course, Ford didn't forget about tech. There's a 360-degree camera, self-parking assist, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and a new track mode that logs your performance runs. And for the first time in a performance pickup, there's an exhaust customizer built into the infotainment. Yes, you can actually tune how your V8 sounds. But not everything's perfect. The price is expected to start north of $45,000 and climb fast with options. Plus, while Ford promises impressive towing figures, the short bed limits utility for serious work. And that aggressive design? It's likely to divide traditional truck buyers. Still, for Mustang fans craving more practicality or truck lovers wanting more thrill, this could hit the sweet spot no one saw coming. And that's where the real question begins. Can a muscle truck truly deliver both passion and practicality? Because up next, we're breaking down the key highlights and drawbacks, including one feature that might completely change how you see this vehicle. And then, the moment everyone's been waiting for, the drive. You press that red start button, and the 2026 Ford Mustang Pickup roars to life with a thunderous growl that shakes the ground beneath you. It's not just noise, it's nostalgia meeting innovation. The V8 snarls with authority, the exhaust crackles with every gear shift, and within seconds, you realize this isn't a concept pretending to be a muscle truck. It is one. On open roads, the Mustang Pickup feels surprisingly balanced. The steering is tight and direct, and the adaptive suspension keeps the weight in check even through sharp corners. It dives in like a coupe, but with the stance and confidence of a truck. You can feel that Mustang DNA pulsing through every turn, and yet, when you hit a dirt trail, it doesn't flinch. The power delivery stays smooth. The traction control fine-tunes every slip, and the ride remains composed, almost too composed for something this wild. Then comes the real shocker. In test runs, the Mustang Pickup hit 0 to 60 in just 4.3 seconds, faster than most mid-size trucks on the market, and dangerously close to the Mustang GT itself. It's a mix of brute force and futuristic control that shouldn't coexist, but somehow does. Yet, even as it impresses, the pickup's dual identity becomes its biggest question mark. It's thrilling, yes, but is it practical enough for daily life? Can it justify its price and bold new form, or will purists reject it as a betrayal of Mustang heritage? One thing's for sure, Ford didn't play it safe. They built something that dares to challenge what an American performance vehicle can be. Because what comes next might decide whether the 2026 Mustang Pickup is the future of muscle, or a fascinating detour on the road to it. So, after all, the hype, all the numbers, and that unforgettable roar, what's the final verdict on the 2026 Ford Mustang Pickup? In a world where automakers are playing it safe, Ford has done something refreshingly bold. They've built a vehicle that refuses to fit neatly into any category, part muscle car, part mid-size truck, and entirely its own breed of performance machine. The result is a creation that blends the thrill of a Mustang with the versatility of a pickup, something that sounds impossible, yet somehow works. For the enthusiasts, this is a dream come true. A V8-powered rebel that brings excitement back to the road and utility to your weekends. The handling is sharp, the acceleration is addictive, and the styling? It's a rolling statement that demands attention everywhere it goes. But it's not without flaws. The bed size limits true work truck practicality, the rear space could be better, and the price might scare off some traditional buyers. And while the purists might call it sacrilege, the truth is, this Mustang wasn't built for them. It's built for a new generation of drivers who want performance and purpose, thrill and practicality. In today's market, where everything is going hybrid or electric, the 2026 Mustang Pickup stands out as one of the last raw expressions of combustion passion and a glimpse into how muscle cars might evolve to stay relevant. It's daring, different, and unapologetically loud about it. So, is it the perfect car for everyone? No, but is it one of the most exciting and conversation-starting vehicles Ford has built in years? Absolutely. Now it's your turn. What do you think of the new Mustang Pickup? Is this the future of American muscle, or did Ford push too far from its roots? Drop your thoughts below, Hit that like button if you enjoyed the breakdown, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next, because the next wave of performance cars is just getting started.